Steve Grossman chose to go to the Lowell event. He didn't go to the Lynn event, and he wasn't able to come here. Joan, our state senator, is going to speak on his behalf. And she's also running for re-election.
I'm going to talk about that too.
I hope so. It's been a great senator for our district.
Thank you. First, a special shout out to Marshall Finkelstein and the Salem Democratic City Committee for putting on this event. Thank you, Marcia, for all the work you do for the community. Also, a special shout out to my two colleagues, Senator Tom McGee, the chair of the Democratic Party, and Senator Ben Downing, who I know had to get back to Pittsfield, which is about a 3-hour drive, I think, for him. The Senate has been so welcoming to me, and I couldn't be more grateful to be serving with these two great gentlemen, so thank you.
Goes both ways, John.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom. No matter who you might be supporting in this race, there's really a great field of candidates that are running. And I want to give a special shout out to everyone that has put their name on the ballot. It's not an easy thing to do. It's a tremendous amount of work. I can't even imagine what it's like to run statewide. I mean, I ran in my Senate District 5 communities. But a special shout out to all of you for doing the work that you're doing. And I know that we are all going to be working very hard to get really good Democratic leaders elected to continue the democratic values that we care about in this state to keep Massachusetts #1. So thank you to everyone that is running. I too am on the ballot. I couldn't be more thrilled to be in this seat. I am running unopposed. I am extremely grateful for that. Fred Berry, our former Senate Majority Leader, left 30 years of goodwill across the State House, across this district. I couldn't be more thrilled and honored, really, to be following in his footsteps and continue his good work for this district. Also, I know that, so please, I'm asking you, I'd be honored for your vote when you go to the ballot box in September and again in November. A couple of candidates that couldn't be here who are actually up in Lowell at the memorial service for those 7 victims that perished in that just terrible fire. First, Steve Grossman, who I am supporting. Steve's been a great leader up at the State House as our treasurer. When I first got elected, he actually called me, myself and the other freshman senators in, and told us this is how the treasurer's office works, and had all his leadership there, from pension to treasurer to school building assistants to lottery. And I walked out with a binder this thick on how to run the treasurer's office. But he's been a terrific colleague, and I know he couldn't be here, but he did want me to tell you how honored he would to be also to have your support. Barry Feingold, who is a colleague of ours in the Senate, he too is up in Lowell. Barry's been a terrific colleague and also a candidate for treasurer. Warren Tolman, who's running, see, I've got it right on the front of me. Warren Tolman, who's running for Attorney General, who's just been, he'd be a really great Democratic leader. And of course, our Congressman John Tierney, who I'm supporting, been a longtime friend of John's, and actually worked in his law office back in the 80s. So we go way back, and I think he'd be great to continue. So again, thank you everyone for being here. One more thing. Our State Rep John Keenan, who is going to be leaving us at the end of this term, a terrific colleague, just terrific. John and I ran for that seat 10 years ago. He won, I lost, I learned a lot. He's been a terrific colleague. We're really going to miss you. I know he's got some big shoes to fill, but I know they'll be aptly filled when that time comes. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. And let's go Democrats. Let's get